So I thought that I'd go ahead and rant about how my internet provider, I shouldn't say my internet provider because I'm not paying for the bill, but my parents are because I'm currently still living with my parents. I'm only 19 and I'm in college, so can you blame me? So, anyways, let's move on past that part. Let's go ahead and talk about my internet provider, Frontier Communications. I'm not sure, how big they are, but obviously they don't care about their customers. It kind of, if I think about it, they're kind of like what I've seen from about Bell. They're like a Canadian internet provider. I saw them on like what was it CBS or something? I don't know. It was like some sort of Canadian business market show or whatever, where they did some bad things. Well, anyways, moving on past that, I was going to talk about Frontier, the internet provider at my home right now. So some of you probably noticed that I don't really do live streams that often, and when I do, I'm not at home. The only live stream I did when I was home I only did one live stream at home, and that was the first time ever doing a live stream because I had no idea what to, I wanted to give it a try, see how it goes. So I did a gameplay of Modern Combat 4 Hour campaign. I was just playing right through it, and then when I reviewed the footage was absolutely terrible. And during the recording, I had only one viewer, and that was actually a friend from school who is still my friend to this day, and he said that I was not coming in clear at all. So, um, so that's why I don't do live streams. You're probably thinking, well, I'm sure a lot of people have that problem. Yeah, I'm sure, but I don't think they quite understand the problem that I have. See, right now, Frontier is the one delivering the internet, and they're also the ones not doing anything about the internet. So, according to my dad, Verizon Wireless used to own the internet cables or whatever, the internet stuff that runs out to where I live. They used to own it, and they used to deliver about 6 megabytes per second. That's what we're paying. I guess that's what we paid for, or whatever. And yeah, well, I guess somehow we kept on. We dropped down to we're supposed to get up to a megabyte per second. Okay, and a lot of times, I remember one summer I nonstop called Frontier because our internet was always cutting in and out all the time, every day during an entire summer. It was really bad. And they didn't really do much about it. Every now and then, my internet will get so bad that you can't, that it'll take like 5 minutes to log on to Xbox Live. I mean, just to log on to it. It'll take 5 minutes from the Xbox. And then that's when you know something is seriously up and that there's probably something wrong with our internet box down the street. And usually there is something wrong, like bad cables. I know all the times that we've called them before and they said, yeah, it's the internet box and there's no plans to update it so that it doesn't keep on breaking or update so you can get better internet. They always, always say that, like, you serious? We're paying you money. We're paying you for a megabyte per second. Now, they always said, yeah, you're paying for a megabyte per second. That's what your internet box shows down the street. That you're getting your like whenever we do the speed test, it shows a megabyte per second. But if you count, like if you're downloading something and it's the only device connected to our home internet, you'll count 10 seconds before it downloads a single megabyte. 10 seconds before it downloads a single megabyte. I've counted it on many different devices. I counted it on Steam, counted on Xbox, on my phone. Okay, it's always 10 seconds for a megabyte. So, anyways, one day I'm sick and tired of this. Our internet is acting up again, and I give a call to Frontier. It takes a while, but I remember when I finally get someone to pick up the phone, I instantly asked them. I want directed to a manager right away. So they did that. So about 5 minutes after asking for that, manager finally picks up. My dad and I are upset about our internet, to say the least, and I Usually I let my dad start chewing the person out, but I have to get schoolwork done, and I need the internet to be working to get online college work done. So I'm the one who literally starts chewing out the manager, telling him our problem, and then he says something that I will never forget. Never forget what he said. He said we're paying for a maximum of 1 megabyte per second. That's it. So then to make sure, to absolutely make sure that I'm understanding this correctly, I ask him, so what is the bottom line internet that we're supposed to be getting? And then he says, you're not paying for that. You're just paying to get a maximum of 1 megabyte per second. And then my dad and I both start yelling at him on the phone saying, then what? Then so you're telling us that we could be paying you for literally getting no internet, and we are paying for something that we are incapable of even getting close to. Incapable. We are paying right now. We're paying for a megabyte per second, but we are only getting at our house 1/10 of that. My neighbors that I spoke to once about the internet speed, they said that they're getting 3/10 the internet. I said I could barely understand if hypothetical. I would barely understand why we would be I could barely understand only getting a half of a megabyte per second if we're paying for one, but 1/10 of a megabyte per second that we are getting at just about all times, or even less sometimes. Um, we're paying for 1/10. I mean, we're using 1/10 of what we're paying for as a maximum. That is not right. That is messed up. And this company really needs to be called out for their shady business practice of charging you for a top line, but not saying this is the bottom line internet speed that you should be getting. This is ridiculous. They are honestly, I'm gonna straight up say this. They are thieves. Okay, they will. I mean, like, I understand that some businesses got to come up with terms of service to protect themselves from stupid people. But honestly, this is something that needs to change. Where we need a bottom line internet that is close to what the max internet speed that we should be getting is. Okay, this is ridiculous because doing school is hard, and then I have to upload videos like about once or twice a week by going to the library. I remember when I used to upload videos, I repeat, used to upload videos from the home, and it would take all night, like, just to upload like 2 gigabytes. Maybe all night, actually. It might even take longer. And then sometimes I would go to, like, when I went to school, like when I was in high school, I would go to school and upload videos there because I know, hey, the internet speed is a whole lot better there than my house. So I guess I'll just upload videos there and whatnot. Frontier right now it seems just shady, just straight up shady. And honestly, I wish that they would get their act together, get a better customer support. Oh yeah, one other thing about that phone call with that manager. The manager said, "Oh well, if you wanna put in a request to get stuff updated out where we live, because we live out in the like not too far in the country, but out in the country, if you want to put in a request, then we go to like their web page and we go look on there. And at that time, I'm standing in the shower, covering myself up with the shower curtain. My dad's staying there too, holding my cell phone, and we couldn't check the computer right then and there, but he told us how to find the place to put in a request, like contact the president of something in the Frontier Communications Company or whatever. And so after I finished taking up my we hang up the phone call afterwards. I finished taking my shower. I get on the Frontier's website, and I go to where the manager on the phone told us to go, and guess what? It wasn't there what he told us would be there. And I'm thinking, this guy was just trying to get rid of us. Or he was told to tell us that so I'd be satisfied and hope that we would never get on that website. So honestly, I am mad and at Frontier, and they literally should be paying us by this point for so many years of having problems with their internet and them not taking the proper action to fix it. Sorry guys, I don't mean to sound angry. I don't feel good when I yell or anything. I mean, I like loud music, but I don't like it when I yell. So, yeah. So, the message to Frontier, you guys deliver poor internet, and I hope that either A, you get your act straightened out and you actually deliver on what your customers are paying you, or you just fail. I mean, I'm sorry if I'm sounding horrible right now, but I hope otherwise just fail. Because a company like you does not deserve the attention, or I shouldn't say the attention, but does not deserve the money that you make, does not deserve um, does not deserve success if you're not going to deliver on what people pay for. So yeah, get your act together or fail. Thank you guys for listening to me. I guess essentially raise my voice. I don't like raising my voice. I mean, honestly, I'm just one of those guys who just I don't want to yell at anyone. I'll do it if I have to. I do sometimes yell, when I'm yelling across the parking lot at someone, trying to get their attention or whatever. But yeah, so go ahead and subscribe, leave a like, and have a good night, everybody. God bless.